easy thing to do. But then I'm also very happy that I'm giving her away to someone that until 2 days ago I was still doing due diligence on. Someone asked me, last week before I left here from Hong Kong, said, "How do you like Jen?" I said, "I don't know. I'm still trying to find things that I don't like, but I haven't found anything yet." So this process of gaining a son and not really losing a daughter anymore started a few years ago. We were on a ski trip. So we were in Deer Valley, and I had planned this wonderful place where we have 3 bedrooms, thinking that it's going to be me, Robert, and Rachel, each in 1 bedroom. Well, 2 weeks before this, Rachel called me and said, "Daddy, do you mind if Jed comes along?" So this "do you mind" is a very difficult thing to say no. So I just say, "Okay, fine, no problem." As I call the mother, Rosa, and I said, do you know that she's going to bring this guy to the ski trip?" And of course, then I get, kind of scolded. I said, "You, man, is, again, a dinosaur. Don't you know that they've been on many, many trips together?" And I said, "Well, I'm not very sure. I don't know." Okay, so fine. Okay. So they arrived, and my plan was, okay, Jed was going to stay with Robert in 1 room. Rachel was going to stay in another room. I am going to stay in another room. Everything's cool, except they came in, we greeted. The next thing I know, Jed and Rachel's in a room that's far from me. I was like, they're together. Okay, fine. Okay, I went over that shock. Then the worst shock came when one day I opened the door unannounced. Okay, it's my fault. I should have announced it. I didn't. I walked in, and it was either Rachel massaging Jed or Jed massaging Rachel. And that was another big shock for me. I really wasn't used to seeing my daughter in the same bed as another man. Right? So this is a process. Obviously, it all comes late to today. And no more due diligence, Jack. You are welcome into our family with both hands. And, I think you're going to make a great son. And for that, I want everybody to raise your glass and toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Paul. God bless you.
I would like to now invite Jed's dad, Mr. Dave Paul. Please come on.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you all for coming. These are hard times with COVID. What happened is, Jed, I think most people know he's very smart. He's a nice guy, he works hard. He's accomplished a lot in the few years he's been around. He's going to go to Harvard for his internal medicine residency. Dorothy and I, there's nobody prouder than him and us, except for his uncle, Karam. But it turns out that Rachel is just as smart, if not smarter. Pretty, nice, friendly. She's the perfect daughter-in-law. She's the perfect daughter. The best thing about this whole ceremony, this wedding, is we've gained a daughter. And we had the pleasure, COVID's tough. School shuts down. These two come live with us in the spring of 2020. And Rachel's with us for about 2.5 months. You guys all know that, or most of you know that we keep Jed in the basement. So Rachel comes over and, here's this sophisticated, young, lovely woman, and, I'm offering her the rooms upstairs, and she's like, no, I'm gonna go downstairs in the basement. So she goes down there with them. And, we think we know Jed, and the truth is the guy doesn't tell us anything. The 2.5 months that Rachel spent with us, we learned more about Jed than the 27 years he was with us, literally. If you want to know anything about Jed, you just ask Rachel. And the other thing you need to know is if you tell anything to Jed, he's going to tell it to Rachel. But it was truly a pleasure to be able to have her with us for 2.5 months, both of them. They're a fantastic team. And we really, it was a special time for us. Now, I just met Ben. He's fantastic. I spent a couple nights with him. I've nicknamed him Benjamin. Rachel's mom, Rosa, and Mauro, Lisi, her twin brother, Robert, who you will all be hearing from Rosa and Robert in a little bit here. But we went to Hawaii together and we had a fantastic time. They're fantastic people. Like mother, like daughter. Why is Rachel so fantastic? Her mother's fantastic. So for us today, we're happy to say that we've gained a daughter and a new family. And we want to thank you all for coming. Enjoy the festivities here. Be safe. And thanks again.
Dinner will be served momentarily.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm going to read. I'm not as proficient as the parents of the bride and groom. Okay, a little disclosure first. Robert was my proofreader, and he corrected the grammar and added something at the end of the speech. So you understand when I finish my short speech. So I think every parent has this feeling when their daughter gets married. Flashback to when they were babies, watching them growing up, and all of a sudden, they are in the senior year at Stanford, having the time of their lives saying, quote, I'm enjoying being single, and I decided I'm not going to date anyone this year. And then just a few weeks later, Mom, I met someone. Thanks, Alina. And that was when one bean became two, and we welcomed Jed into our lives. So I think you guys all know that they call each other Bean, right? So Rachel's post on Instagram surely became more interesting after you came into her life, Jed. When Rachel told me I had few minutes to speak at her wedding, I was wondering what to say. And of course, I had to ask for help. So I went to Google. So, definition of marriage. Among many definitions and quotes, one that I like says, "What is marriage? When two people are under the influence of the most violent, most insane, most delusive, and most transient of passions, they are required to swear that they will remain in that excited, abnormal, and exhausting condition until death do them apart." So this was said by George Bernard Shaw in the preface for Getting Married in 1908. So if you ever observe Rachel and Jazz interactions, you can tell that these two are like beans in a pod. They have a relationship that is grounded in respect, give and take, laughter, and admiration for one another. Whenever Rachel speaks to me about Jad, you can tell how proud she is of his achievements, and they share responsibilities and have proven that they're ready to become a real family. I'm looking forward to when they give me a human grandchild. Yeah. One that doesn't climb into Jaz's underwear when he sees. You guys know about their little cat, right? New Rachel, which is my granddaughter. So I regret that I didn't get the experience that a lot of, I didn't get to experience a lot of the matter of the bride obligations, like wedding dress shopping, thank you, Dorothy, choosing the venue, tasting the food, picking out the china. But of course, my ultra efficient daughter was on top of everything. And I need to thank Dave, Dorothy, and Jed for helping her and for taking such good care of her. It's great to know that we are in the same team, truly one extended family. We all know how stressful this past year has been, but I'm so glad that we all managed to come to this beautiful place, vaccinated, to celebrate together. Thank you all for coming. I want to say hi to our friends in Asia who woke up early in their Sunday, and to our family and friends in Brazil, in Europe, and they're watching us now. Okay, my mom is watching in Brazil, actually. So now, the real reason I'm here is actually to introduce the one person that's been next to Rachel, literally, since before she was born. Her twin brother, and now this is Robert, the one who got the better genes. So my lovely son, Robert. Well done, Robert.
Well, you gunned on me and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest. Nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Do 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 do. Yeah. Hey. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved, love, 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 love. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. Ba-dum-dum, ba-dum-dum-dum. Ba-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Scooch on over closer, dear, and I will nibble your ear. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I've been spinning way too long, checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer. But my breath fogged up the glass, so I drew in your face and I laughed. I guess what I've been saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourselves of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we came to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. This is our fate. I'm yours. I'm yours. All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my arms, I'll never lose them. Take my lips, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all the wine? Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you and the way you look tonight. With each word your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. Ooh, and that laugh that wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you and the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, or will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheek? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 17. Baby, my heart can still fall as hard at 23. Well, I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe it's all part of the plan. Me, I fall in love with you every single day. And I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. Thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. When my hair's overgrown and my memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name. When my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul will never grow old, it's evergreen. And baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just a touch of the hand. Baby, I fall in love and see this day, hoping that you'll understand. But baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh, darling, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. So maybe we found love right where we are. Said we found love right where we are.
All right, give it up, ladies and gentlemen. You guys want one more? You want one more from him? We got to hear it from you.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got a month of May. I guess you I got so much honey, bees and bees. I got a sweeter song than the girls in the trees. Well, I guess you say what can make me feel this way, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl.
Yeah.
I don't need no money to no fame. 'Cause I got all the riches, baby. No one man can claim. Well, I guess you say what can make me feel this way, my girl. Talking about my girl. Got sunshine in the clouds with my girl. Talking about my girl. Got everything in the bottle of my girl. Talking about my girl.
Give it up for Robert, everybody. I'd have to think that's the best singing we've ever had sit in with us before. So
Give it up.
great job. Thank you so much.
Most other singers only get one song, you know, and then they're done.
You guys give Robert some more love. The superstar. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships rolling. Then I'll watch them roll away again. I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Chi-Town, y'all, headed for the Frisco Bay. See, I had nothing to live for. Looks like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting so much time, y'all. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same, but I can't do what 10 people tell me to do. So I guess I'll remain the same to you. Sitting here resting these bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. So I'm gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Carlos, you wanna play some of that, man? Ladies and gentlemen, Carlos on saxophone. Thank you, Carlos. Looks like nothing's gonna change now. Everything still remains the same, but I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Sitting here resting these bones in this lonely. Stop. So I'm gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Somebody whistle out there, whistle for me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. May I have everyone's attention, please? At this time, I would like to invite the best man, Mr. Ian Welty.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this evening. For those unfamiliar with me, I'm Ian. Jed graciously asked me to be his best man, and I feel very fortunate because I've been able to know Jed for pretty much the entirety of my life, the better part of a quarter century at this point. We became friends all the way back in 1999, about 60 miles north of here, at Colorado Academy. It was a K through 12 school, and we were both lifers there. So we spent 13 consecutive years there before finally heading off to college. Now, as is typical of many of these schools, at the end of each year, they issue yearbooks to all the students, and per tradition, at the last few days of class, you go around and you sign each other's yearbooks. Now, since we were both lifers, this of course means that I'm in possession of 13 years worth of notes from Jed. While most of our classmates elected to reminisce about the past year or wish each other well over the summer, Jed elected to go his own route. It started out very simple, with him just signing his name, as that's about all you can do in kindergarten. But As Jed progressed in his schooling, so did the content of his notes. Instead of complaining about homework, he provided me with a comprehensive list of every country and their capitals, all from memory. Instead of wishing for more snow days, he detailed the ideal teams and strategies for winning and competitive Pokemon battling. Instead of lamenting the advent of standardized testing, Jed graciously provided me with a full retrospective on the state of my notoriously poor immune system. And by the very end, he was reading the notes that other classmates left in my yearbook and correcting their grammar. This progression was very consistent with Jed's trajectory all throughout his life, pre-college. I mean, he's extremely witty, he's a gifted thinker and creative, he's extremely affable, and he's whip smart. Jed effortlessly built for himself a glowing reputation amongst everyone, students, teachers, classmates, parents, just by achieving objective excellence in really everything that he did. And that reputation still persists to this day. I mean, for context, if you didn't do well on a test and Jed got a 100, then you should have studied harder because that test was pretty easy. But if you didn't do well on a test and Jed only got a 98%, then you shouldn't beat yourself up because that test was objectively hard. Now, the only thing that didn't really progress was the legibility of his handwriting, but none of us ever really faulted him for that because we all assumed pretty early on that he was going to be a doctor. All in all, it really came as no surprise to anyone when Jed was admitted to Stanford University, where he could pursue his true passion of collecting an excessive number of elite degrees. Anyway, when we were both in college, we'd often meet up back here in Colorado and go on ski trips at the different resorts here in the Rockies. And during our final year of undergrad, we were in the planning stages of one of these trips when Jed mentioned to me that right before the beginning of winter break, he'd met a girl. Apparently, some girl from his dormitory had engaged him in a lightsaber duel. Now, this is about the best possible way to get Jed's attention. He detailed the initial interaction to me in a string of text messages, and he ended it with a single line, "I think this one's a keeper." Now, over the course of this trip, Jed was just completely engrossed in his phone talking to this girl. So by the time that the trip ended and he'd gone to Stanford or gone back to campus, it did not take long at all before the two of them had started dating. And so if we fast forward to tonight, that girl is sitting next to him now and is his wife. Rachel, it's so clear how Jed was able to make the assertion all those years ago, just after first meeting, that you were a keeper. I mean, with you, Jed really has become his best self. He's comfortable and supported with you, and you affirm and elevate him in a way that permeates his every venture and interaction. You truly bring her light and happiness to his life in a way that is undeniable. Together, you make a formidable team and objectively rank in the top 1% of power couples worldwide. Already, you both have experienced a string of grand successes by each other's side, and all of us are so eager to see what's next for the two of you. So, I'd like to invite everyone to raise their glass and join me in a toast to Jed and Rachel.
And now for our maid of honor, Alina Luck.
Hello, everyone. For those of you who I haven't yet had the chance to meet, I'm Alina, and Rachel is my best friend. I've had the privilege of growing up with Rachel in Hong Kong, then going to Stanford with her, then living in the Bay Area together. So in short, wherever Rachel goes, I follow. And in fact, when Rachel and Jed move to Boston next year, I fully intend to move there. I've been there for the braces, the acne, and the epic line of suitors that Robert and I secretly judge from the sidelines. Rachel is the most whip-smart, generous, and loving person I know, and she's the sister that I never had and that I got to choose. In the spirit of celebrating our favorite couple, Rachel and Jed, I thought that I would share the story of how Rachel and Jed met. Allow me to be your source of truth, because I do have the pleasure of being the one who introduced the two of them. And I promise that my stories are 50% truth, 40% fiction, and maybe 10% fantasy. The beginnings of Rachel and Jed started like this. In senior year at Stanford, Jed and Eric, Mr. Showers, lived across me. And when I met Jed, I thought, wow, what an intelligent, sweet, humble, diligent, and handsome bachelor with deadpan humor. Introducing Jed to Rachel immediately came to mind. But in order to help Jed cut the line of suitors who were at the time trying to woo Rachel, I had to initiate hangouts by having study sessions in his room. Though I am not at all studious, I would act very excited to study for hours in the room with Rachel on a very uncomfortable futon. The exact moment that I remember chemistry sparking between Jed and Rachel is when, in one of those study sessions, we decided to take a study break by playing Sporkle, which I would like to side note is also a very Jed and Rachel thing to do, to take a break from studying by quizzing yourself on knowledge of all other subjects in the world. So it first started with me and Rachel trying to locate and name every province in China, which wasn't very fun. But then came the moment of connection. And that was when Rachel and Jed excitedly exclaimed in unison that they wanted to play what I perceived as the most peculiar trivia on the page, which was naming the original Generation 1 Pokemon, of which there are 151. At that moment, I sensed chemistry and flirtation. I maybe even saw some light brushing of arms as Jed and Rachel began to inch towards each other, sitting intimately together behind Jed's tiny work desk, racing to name the whole list of original Pokemons. As soon as I felt like a third wheel, I left the room. And that night, I knew that my plan of helping Jed cut the line of suitors had worked, because I never ended up hearing from Rachel, even though I lived directly across the hall. Clearly, the rest is history. From that point onwards, all I witnessed were confirmations that there is no one else in the world other than Jed that could make Rachie this happy. No one who could make her laugh, smile, and glow the way she does when Jed's around. No one who can impress Rachel more with his accomplishments and his award-winning Instagram captions. I remember Rachel telling me within a year of dating Jed that he was the best man out there for her. And I couldn't be happier that she is going to embark on a lifelong journey with this very person. Let's please raise our glasses to toast the most loving, funny, generous, and overachieving power couple we know, Rachel and Jed.
We got to let them hug. And last but not least, our newlyweds. Everybody, Jed and Rachel. We didn't find out who won the duel, the lightsaber duel.
I know we're about to give a speech, but I'm speechless. Thank you, Ian and Alina, for those kind words. You being here and saying those things means so much to us. Rachel and I are so excited to have everyone with us today. For the weeks leading up to this, we have both alternated between being extremely nervous or extremely excited. I even got so nervous that I started Googling, "I'm nervous before my wedding," and all the top results said, "Getting cold feet before your wedding? It's not too late to back out." That's not why I was nervous. There's never been a doubt in my mind that I want to marry Rachel. I was nervous because there's a lot of hype and expectation around a wedding, but after going through today, I can say that celebrating my life with Rachel and having all of you here has been the best day of my life.
You are all the most important people in our lives. We are so grateful to be celebrating our special day with all of you, both with all of you who are here today and those of you who have dialed in. We're thankful for all of you, especially our parents, my mom and Dorothy, who helped me steam this dress for like a whole day. Thank you. Danielle, you were an amazing officiant. Ian, Alina, those speeches were amazing. And of course, everyone here, including all of the support staff. Thank you so much. We have 2 requests of you this weekend. Firstly, we were very intentional about making your tables, groups of tables we thought would really click. So we hope that in addition to reconnecting with old friends, you will make some new ones this weekend. Shout out to the singles table. And secondly, you may have noticed some envelopes and pens on your table. We hope that you will write a note to us in your place card, and we plan to open 1 per month for the next 10 years to remember this day.
That's if we last 10 years, Rachel. Don't get ahead of yourself. For many people here, I was kidding, by the way. For many people here, this is the first large-scale event you've attended since the start of the pandemic. We're honored that you've chosen to celebrate with us as the time to come out of your shells. And in case you've forgotten how to socialize, we also left some conversation starters on the tables, as well as little packets of seeds, so you can plant those.
I forgot to say this, but also thank you to Robert for performing, because it's our wedding. I decided I wanted him to perform for 30 minutes, which is why we all got a Robert concert over here. But anyway, we forgot our glasses, but we would like to raise a glass to all of you. Let's have some fun tonight. Thank you all for coming. Cheers.
Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? When will you say yes to me? Tell me cuando, cuando, cuando. Tell me cuando, cuando, cuando. You mean happiness to me. You mean happiness to me. Oh my love, please tell me when. Every moment today, every moment.
show you the way.
Let me show you the way to a joy beyond compare. I can't wait a moment more. Tell me quando, quando, quando.
Tell me quando, quando, quando.
Just say it's me that you adore.
And then, darling, tell me. You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eyes, girl. Forever you stay in my heart. You must have felt that I was lonely, because you came to my rescue. And if I thought our love was ending, I could find myself drowning in my own tears. Oh, you are the sunshine of my life, yeah. Forever you stay in my heart. You are the apple of my eyes, girl. Forever you stay in my arms. I'm hurting, baby. I'm broken down. I need your loving, loving. I need it now. When I'm without you, so insecure. Girl, you're the one thing I'm waiting for. Don't wanna be needing your love, just wanna be deep in your love. It's killing me when you're away. Oh, don't wanna be here where you are, just wanna be there where you are. Just give me one single taste. Sugar, yes, please. Come Come on, sing the melody. Saxophone. Oh, saxophone, saxophone. That's Carlos on saxophone, ladies and gentlemen.
There is no one there to dry your tears. I could hold you for a million years to make you feel right. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I want it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue. I go crawling down the avenue. Oh, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. feel my way, to make you feel my way, to make you feel my love.
Fly me to the moon, let me play amongst the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Hey! Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Also younger than the sun. As the bonnet boat was won, as we sailed into the misty. Hark now, hear the angels cry. Smell the sea, feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the misty. And when that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. When that foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I don't have to fear it tonight. I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will float into the misty.
Check one. Huh? Yeah, it takes a minute. It takes 2 minutes. Right. Wait, I can. It was weird. Light flickering. Maybe it's lightning strikes. Sure.
Everyone, it is time for our newlyweds, our bride and groom, to dance for the first time as husband and wife. Jed and Rachel.
striking you out, baby. Don't care if I sound crazy, but you never let me down. No, no, that's why when the sun's up, I'll stay still laying in your bed, saying, ooh, 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 ooh. Got all this time on my hands, might as well cancel our plans. I could stay here a lifetime. So lock the door and throw out the key. Can't fight this no more. It's just you and me, and there's nothing I can do. I'm stuck with you, stuck with you, stuck with you. So go ahead and drive me insane, baby. Run your mouth. I still wouldn't change me. Stuck with you, stuck with you, stuck with you. I'm stuck with you, stuck with you, stuck with you.
It's nowhere we need to be. No, no, no. I'ma get to know you better. Kinda hope we're here forever. There's nobody on these streets. If you told me that the world's ending, ain't no other way that I can spend it. Oh, oh, oh. Got all this time in my hands. Might as well cancel our plans. I can stay here forever. So lock the door and throw out the key. Can't fight this no more. It's just you and me, and there's nothing I can do. I'm stuck with you, stuck with you, stuck with you. So go ahead and drive me insane, baby. Run your mouth. I still wouldn't change me. And stuck with you, stuck with you, stuck with you. I'm stuck with you, stuck with you, stuck with you. Baby, come take all my time.
Go on, make me lose my mind.
We got all that we need here.
At this time, Rachel, I would really like for you to dance with your dad.
Everybody needs inspiration. Everybody needs a song, a beautiful melody. When the night's so long, 'cause there is no guarantee that this life is easy. Here when my world is falling apart, when there's no light to break up the dark, that's when I look at you. When the waves are flooding the shore,
the shore and I can't find my way home anymore. That's when I look at you. You appear just like a dream to me, just like kaleidoscope colors that cover me. All I need, everywhere that I be. Don't you know you're beautiful? When the waves are flooding the shore and I can't find my way home anymore. That's when I look at you. I look at you. Dear, just like a dream to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the new Mr. and Mrs. Paul. And give it up for their parents for raising such fantastic kids. All right. Where's Rachel? All righty. It's time for you to throw the bouquet to your single. Where's that single table at? In just a minute, she's just gonna have to give it away. So where are all the single ladies at? There they are. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. It's time to party. Everybody get on the dance floor. It's lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Keep your head up, crush my desire. I'll be at your side forevermore. Because your love keeps on lifting, lifting me higher and higher. Your love keeps lifting me, so lifting me higher and higher. Now once I was downhearted, disappointment was my closest friend. But then you came, it soon departed, and it never showed its face again. Because your love keeps on lifting me higher and higher. Your love keeps on lifting me higher and higher. Come on, y'all. Come on, baby. All right, y'all.
I need love to ease my mind. I need to find someone to call my